This video is kinda late for Valentine's Day, but it's just in time for the Snapmaker CNC challenge. Here's a couple of heart-shaped candle holders that I made using my Snapmaker CNC. Let me show you how. I started by sketching my idea on paper. I wasn't sure if I wanted to have the candle in the middle or to the side, so in the end I decided to make both designs. Looking at this Instagram poll I posted, one of the layouts has a lot more fans than the other. Anyway, next I had to figure out how big the holders were going to be. They had to fit a typical tea candle like this one, which measures 40 mm wide by 15 mm tall. I decided I wanted to use this pine wood panel from my local hobby store. It was 20 by 20 centimeters in size, big enough to have 4 pieces cut out of it. However, its thickness was a bit of a problem. The panel was slightly over 12 mm thick, which is thicker than the stock Snapmaker CNC bits can cut, but at the same time thinner than the tea candle. The solution was to use CNC bits that could make deeper cuts. I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to check them out. I also decided to split the design in 2 layers and glue them after they were cut. Now let's look at the design process in Fusion. Step 1 was to sketch my safe zones. These outlines represent the dimensions of the wood panel, and my cuts need to be within this area. In the corners, I left enough space for the clamps. Next, I drew 2 heart shapes. One of them was drawn using the control point spline tool to make it more curvy, and the other I made using simple lines and circles. These 2 are the top layers, and these are the bottom ones. After that was done, it was time to extrude the shapes and add the necessary pockets. To make the design extra fancy, I added a small chamfer. I set the chamfer angle to 10 degrees to match the V-bit I was going to use. Finally, I added the text I wanted to engrave, and the design part was complete. Next, I had to set up all the cuts. The first 2 operations are made using a flat nose end mill like this one. First, a 2D contour cuts the 4 heart shapes, as well as the openings for the candle in the top layers. The second step is a 2D pocket in the bottom layer only. Step 3 is done with a 20-degree V-bit. It slowly and gently cuts the chamfer around the upper layer. Finally, in step 4, it engraves the text and all the cutting is done. After about 2.5 hours of CNC action, I removed the pieces from the stock and cleaned what was left from the tabs. Some light sanding to remove all imperfections, a couple of layers of varnish, and this project was complete. As always, let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and subscribe to not miss any of my future videos.